Hi friends, I'm Anja, a high schooler here at Bethel. This week in our Formed Through Community series, we checked out why we should intentionally involve ourselves at church. Church is a wonderful blessing in our lives as believers, but it can also be a source of complication. Let's look at this complex privilege. The Bible gives us several accounts of the Sabbath's importance, as we heard on Sunday. We're encouraged to prioritize church in our lives as a regular practice of worship, learning, and community, feeding our souls. Attendance in church both connects us with other believers for communal growth and enhances our personal relationship with Christ, helping us to better understand the many different aspects of our faith. For those who have grown up going to church, like myself, church may feel like a routine at times. Of course I go to church every Sunday. Why wouldn't I? The truth of the matter is that sometimes those who've been raised in the church can grow numb to the true importance of church and the beauty that it holds for us. As a young teenager, I found myself going to church because I knew it was the right thing to do. Church was less of a choice and more of an obligation. It was an expectation that I assumed was had of me from my family, friends, and sometimes even God. As I developed a truer understanding of what it meant to be a believer, I launched into a small group and invested in a youth group. I gained real relationship with Christ, and I didn't want Jesus to just know me. I wanted to know him and his character. Church became a weekly highlight. It was a place where I could grow in Christ, surrounded by my best friends and mentors who strengthened me along the way. For some, church can feel like a source of pressure and significant complication. Perhaps you've been burned by an inaccurate representation of what church is meant to be. Or maybe it feels like you just can't live up to what you believe is required of you as a church attendee. By reading the Bible, we understand that the church is meant to be a hospital for sinners of all kinds, not a museum of saints. We're designed to build each other up in Christ, acknowledging our equally sinful nature. Although we may not be able to erase the hurt of the past, we can move forward together with the joy in the Lord, working for a future that glorifies God. This week, I'd encourage you to reflect back on your relationship with church. For the consistent churchgoer, think and pray about how you could perhaps live and participate more fully in the church. If church isn't a regular pattern for you, seek and ask how making church a priority could change your weekly rhythms. For each of us, living actively within our church can positively shift and shape our relationships with both the Lord and others.